For 5 days, the Eagles have leverage with Jaelan Phillips. If they don't sign him, in my opinion, by the weekend, Drew Rosenhaus is not going to sign that contract unless Howie meets their number of $27 million. $27.5 million to be exact is what they're looking for. I know that on fact. They're looking for $27 million or around that number. And the Eagles are nowhere near that. I think the Eagles' top number is 21-2. Remember I said this. 21-2, Philly. Jaelan Phillips is looking around somewhere near $27 million. Seals, why do you feel better moving off of Dean because you got Vic and Bobby King? And because I also have Jahad Campbell. I think Jahad Campbell's a good football player, dude. Okay? Yeah, I'm sure because you talked to Drew Rosenhaus and you know Robert Bailey, my former teammate? Yeah, I'm sure you do, dickhead. Seals did, and by the way, you know what else too? And get this. I told you New England Patriots were looking at A.J. Brown. Senior executive. Showed you his text. Oh, Ham Reyes, I'm sure. He probably knows Elliot Wolf. Seals, I think Howie wants to give the money to Jonathan Grenard at a cheaper price. You knew Clinton said he would walk this year. No, that's not what I said. I said that he was interviewed for the defensive coordinating job down in Miami because he interviewed and also requested an interview to have Jason Taylor come over with him and interview with the Miami Dolphins to be the D-line coach. When Vic Fangio was talking about retiring, the Eagles told Clint Hurt, listen, you'll be our top candidate next year in the probability that Vic Fangio will step down as the defensive coordinator. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm lying. Seals, didn't Howie do it with Dallas Goedert too? A little bit, yeah. Get this. If you talk to Philadelphia Eagle people and beat writers, they'll tell you right now that Phillips is a better player than Sweat. Show me where anywhere in his career that he's been better than Josh Sweat. Show me anywhere where he's been better. Anywhere where he's been a better ball player. And I love Jaelan Phillips. Anywhere in their careers where he's been better than him. Like any year, pick one. And I'll pick 3 years that Sweat's been better. Really? Let's take a look at Josh Sweat. Let's see what Josh Sweat. And we'll team that up there. We'll take a look at that. Josh Sweat. See what Sweat has done. How many years he's played. So he's been in the league 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here's his years over the last since 2000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 6 years. 6 sacks, 7.5, 11.5, 6.5, 8, 12. TFLs. Pretty good hits on the quarterback. 20, 15, 23, 23, 13, 18, and 10. So let's take a look at Jaelan Phillips. Since 2000. Let's see here. Since 2000. He's played 5 years. Came in the league at 21. 8.5, 7, 6.5, 1, and 5. In eight. Let's see here. Hits on the quarterback. 7. Well, 14. Where's he been better? Really? I haven't seen that. So you know that Lamborghini he drives? You're telling me that you think that he regrets having that Lamborghini? No sweat slander tolerated. That dude was the MVP of the Super Bowl. Sweat was really good against the run as well as a good pass rusher. Sweat has proven more than Phillips and surprisingly healthier. And that was the big thing of him coming out of Florida State because of that devastating knee injury that he had when he was in high school. Seals, don't discount the fact that Howie would be choosing Phillips over Nolan Smith. Howie really loves his guys. Well, that's a big problem for him because the Nolan Smith deal is now proving out to be not a very good pick. No matter what you – and by the way, I don't think he's a horrible player. He's just not a first-round pick. And there's a couple of guys on that defense that you can start making the comparisons on. Sidney Brown's not a third-rounder. Nolan Smith's not a first-rounder. Jalen Carter stepped back a bit. Davis has stepped up. Morrow is clearly better than a 7th-round pick. Philly listening to offers for Saquon, what I hear. Who in their right mind is going to pay $20 million for a 28-year-old guy that people are questioning whether or not he's starting to get deep in the threads? I don't know about that. Go have him. I mean, what do you think you're going to get for Saquon Barkley? 28 years old and 800 carries in the last 2 years. What do you think you're going to get for that? A first-round pick? You couldn't get a first-round pick for Saquon Barkley right now. With the amount of carries, the injuries, question marks on whether or not he still has it. You think you're getting a 1 for that? I mean, shit. The Seahawks are moving off a 23-year-old MVP in a Super Bowl. Yeah, if the number was different, Drew, maybe. If there was no 20, then, that makes that probably like a 2 in there. Howie would easily get a 1. Because of what? His great year a year ago? Easily. Saquon's going to light it up this year. Behind that what? That old line? All right. 1 year removed from – well, wait a minute. 1 year removed from the Pro Offensive Player of the Year, and you fired Stoutland. Paul, how's that work for Stoutland then? How'd that work for Stoutland? Why'd you fire his ass then? Why'd you disrespect him? So Barkley gets the benefit, but Jeff Stoutland didn't? Hook me up on that, Paul. And he landed on Chris Cooper? So let's go down the line here, Paul, and be, how did that work? What the F am I talking about? Agreed. Well, what are they doing then? Help me out here, Paul. Anything? The Eagles felt enough to take away the run game coordinating duties and allow the guy to walk out the door. And you're sitting there telling me this guy's 1 year removed for being a professional offensive player of the year in the National Football League, but Stoutland didn't get that benefit, and you're giving him the benefit. Why didn't Nick give him the benefit, and you're giving Saquon Barkley it? No, nothing? Got it. I hear you, kid. I would go after the Eagle guy at Indy. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you, bro.